Hello. I trust that most of you can hear me well. So welcome to the Starseed Awakening talk or activation, if you want to call it. So there is a chat popping by there at the side. So if you already know that you are a Starseed, drop one below in the chat. Whether you're joining live or replay, you can always drop it in the comment later on. So if you already know that, hey, yeah, I'm a Starseed, that's why I'm here, drop one. But if you're not sure, that's why you are here to learn, drop two. Either way, you're welcome. It's just a way for us to connect and know one another and let us know where you are tuning in from. Whether it is what time it is where you are right now, just say hello and connect there. I mean, like that star family that you're looking for, they might just write me in this chat, right? So let me look at the chat while, we kind of like just wait everyone for a little bit more people to come in. Let me see. Okay, so Julia, wait. Hello, Alia. I hope I got your name right. Nice to meet you as well, Casey. Julia 2, Kia, and Kia 1. So we have like a good mix of 1 and 2. Pretty cool. Dallas, Colorado, Toronto. So it's pretty much nighttime for most of you guys there. And I'm right now in Indonesia, and it's 7 a.m. where I am right now. So it's morning for you and nighttime for you guys. So this is what's gonna happen today. It's gonna be pretty intuitive and free flow depending on the flow and what I'm being guided. But what I do have planned out for you guys is I'm going to start off the session by briefly kind of sharing my personal Starseed Awakening story, and then that might give you some aha moment or inspiration and insights in a way. And also share with you on how to know if you are a Starseed. So depending again on the time, I will see how detailed I will go, but that's the gist. So Starseed Awakening story, how to know if you are Starseed, the 7 common signs of being one. So this will be especially helpful for those of you who type in number 2. That's how you can go like, oh, that might be me. And even those who type in number 1, you might go like, oh, that is me too. And you're more than welcome to share your Starseed experience anytime in the chat. So know that this is a safe space. You are welcome to ask questions anytime and share your thoughts or your experience anytime. Even if I don't read them immediately, know that the intention is received, the energy is anchored. We are here for co-creation. It's not just about me talking, so to speak, but everything that is being channeled here has a potential for activation. And everything that is being shared here is also activating, and it doesn't always have to come from me. So even if you share something, it might activate something in another person. Make sense? So that's kind of what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start sharing how to know if you're a starseed, and then we will go through a magical journey where I'm going to lead you to connect and meet your star family, whether that is your first time or 100 times. So at this point, if you guys have any question or anything you wanna point out, feel free to do that. Okay, 1 second. So I have I have two KC down here somehow. So you're multi-dimensional KC. I don't know why there are like two KC audio and video, but anyway. So just let me look at the chat quickly in case there is something. Love intuition and free-flowing energy. Yes, and yes, 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 yes. Love that. Okay. So what I would love to start is to start by just grounding us and kind of opening up the circle for everyone here as well as everyone who is joining. So I invite you right now to start by closing your eyes and placing both hands on your heart. Just take the next few sweet moments of silence to be here with your own heart space. Feeling your heartbeat, being aware of your rising breath with incoming breath, energizing you, outgoing breath relaxes you. And together, let's take one deep breath in and out, breathing in. In the exhale, let it go with a sound. Letting go everything from the day. You have done your best. Now let the divine do the rest. There is nothing for you to do right now. Simply be you, be here and now, be present. For that's where all the magic lies. And I invite you to imagine all of us here, whether live or replay. Together, we are sitting in a circle under a starry, starry night, a beautiful night. One where you can see the Milky Way and the galaxy on the sky, while seeing and feeling the heat from the bonfire in the center of the circle, lighting up all our faces, all of our soul star. As we start to look around those in the circle, knowing we are here on a journey together. And holding hand with everyone on the circle. Together, we will take one deep breath in and out to anchor in our intention for the circle. So breathing in light and breathe out everything else. Breathing in and let it all go. Now I invite you to place your personal intention into this fire in the next moment of silence for your own prayer. May all that is said and done today be done for the highest good of all. May everyone here receive exactly what they need with ease, joy, and fun. And I call in all our angels, ascended masters, ancestors, elementals, and of course, our star family to be here today, knowing we are held in love and light. We are safe and supported in truth and freedom. We are guided in the direction of clarity, of certainty, of deep inner knowing as we journey into our deepest soul remembrance and awakening today. Whatever that's meant to flow through will flow through, knowing that all of us are part of this co creation, that our presence is a gift. And we are here to share this very gift with the world. And so it is. Breathing in and out again. And open your eyes whenever you are ready. You're welcome, Julia. So if you have water next to you, feel free to keep on hydrating whenever you feel like, because water is really helping you to cleanse as well as to ground. And it really helps you to anchor in the activation that is coming through right now. And as I shared earlier, for those of you who are just joining in, that everything can be a potential for healing and activation. You don't necessarily need to be in a journey, so to speak. Like everyday life is your journey. So whatever that I shared here is not just words, they are frequency, there is vibration, there is activation underlying it. What is being transmitted here is energy activation, whether you perceive it as words or as energy or as visual. Open up your clairs, open up your senses. You might have a vision and see something. You might hear something. You might feel something in your body, in your knowingness. Be open and be curious and be playful. We are here on a cosmic play. It can be playful. It really doesn't have to be all so serious. So I'm Alice Hadi. I realize I've been babbling without introducing myself. So I'm Alice Hadi, your Starseed guide, light language activator, and 5D business alchemist. And I'm here to share with you on awakening your Starseed within today. And I'm going to start by sharing how to know if you are Starseed so that we can get right to the meat. So from my experience of working with thousands of Starseeds, as well as my personal experience and being surrounded by Starseed my whole life, I've gathered that there are 7 common signs that I often notice in Starseed, and hence I'm going to share these 7 signs with you. And see how many of these signs resonate with you. Maybe all and maybe none is okay. You don't have to fit into any of these signs either. These signs are just like a guideline to kind of help you understand that, oh, that's why I'm feeling that way. That's why I'm acting that way. Oh, maybe this is why. Kind of like helping you to understand. It's a guide. It's not like the Holy Bible, so to speak. Your Starseed Awakening journey is unique to you. It's going to look completely different, and that is perfect too. At the end, what truly matters is your inner knowing. Trust that. Trust your intuition, your inner wisdom that goes, I know I come from the star. That is the most important, you know. All this information, they are just information. Until you feel it, that's where true embodiment comes. And you don't have to rush to feel it, because I didn't realize I'm a starseed until later on either, which I'm going to share later on as I go through the 7 signs. I'm going to share my story, and then you're going to see how that weave in. And then, so I'm going to read I'm gonna get back to the comment all at once later, just so that the flow is easier for those who are listening on the replay. So, how to know if you are starseed? So the first one is you feel like you don't belong. You know, like, do you ever feel like you are so out of place, out of this world? Like you're just like constantly the weird one out in your life. Like it's just really hard to feel like you fit into a community. Like you can have lots of community that you are a part of, but still you just feel like you don't belong, and it feels so difficult because as a star seed, right, what it means is that you are someone who originate from the star. That means your soul has come from the star and reincarnate into this earth. Let me repeat that for those who are new. So star seeds are those souls who come from the star and originated from the star system and reincarnate into Earth, usually with a double mission. Now, so that is star seeds. So imagine like you come from the star and then you come into this Earth, which has a totally different planet, different density, different vibration. So it feels so somewhat like weird and all, and you're getting used to. So you kind of feel like you don't belong. That's what is happening in case you are wondering. So that's the first time that you often feel like you don't belong. Okay. And the second sign is you are constantly searching for your family, like your soul family. Like there is this sense of longing for home, like you want to feel home somewhere. You can be going from country to country, moving from home to home, and moving from one thing to the next thing, but still there is a deep sense of kind of like longing that can never be satisfied, because the longing that you are searching for is actually the longing for your star family. So until you understand that, you are kind of searching love from the wrong places, if that makes sense. So that's kind of like the second common sign of being a star seed. And the third one is you are very attracted to astronomy and astrology. So you'll be the kind of girl who grow up maybe like looking at the astrological sign and where the sun is aligning with the moon and the conjunction, whatever terms you want to use. And that's like the first three common signs. So I'm going to share my personal Starseed Awakening journey related to this love for the stars. And so my story will relate to the first three signs I shared and more. But I was surrounded by starseed like my whole life, like ever since my first spiritual journey. So I came from a corporate background where I was working in a bank for 7 years before I quit my job and begin my spiritual remembrance journey. And that was sometime in 2015. And back then, I was literally surrounded by starseed because everyone in the meditation circle I was in will say story like, "Oh, I come from Orion and I went back home to Sirius, and then like I meet my star family and all those things like that." And you have to understand, for someone like me that come from a corporate and that was barely knowing how to quiet my mind and meditate, the concept of like you guys meeting the star family is like, ooh, like not for me, not for me. So that was like my first seed being planted, if you may, right? Like the first seed of the idea of there is a star seed. And the interesting thing is I didn't question them. It's not like I didn't trust them. I believe what they say. It's just kind of not for me. And I was surrounded by all these people for a long time before I had like this pivotal moment when I was in Bali in 2019. So when I was in Bali, and I stayed in Bali for 3 years, that was my first year in Bali, where there was a silent day where at night time, for the next like one night, you have to turn off all the lights in the house and in the street. And there is no vehicle allowed on the street, so it's super quiet and hence silent night. There is no light at all the houses, so it's super dark, which means one thing: the sky is very dark, but very bright, filled with the stars. And I remember seeing the Milky Way. And then I went to sleep that night. And I woke up suddenly in the middle of the night around 4 a.m., I think. And I suddenly looked up at the stars again. And suddenly I felt this deep, deep, deep feeling of I'm home. Like I was just so overwhelmed by that feeling like, oh, is this what home truly feels like? And I heard the voice that says, this is your home. You are home and you are always home and we are always watching you. And that feeling of embodiment of being home and finally feel like I belong is when I awaken to the truth that I am a starseed, that I finally get it, you know, that I understand that all these years of me feeling like I don't belong and feeling like I'm constantly seeking for my family and all this obsession over the stars is because I come from the star. I just want to go home, and that's all there is. It is as simple as that. And I also learned through the experience ever since then till now, teaching people the same thing, that while star is our origin for this lifetime, Earth is my home, and star will always be my home. And there isn't even a first home or second home. We are all my home because we are all one. When you can understand that, living life as a starseed on Earth is not as challenging as it turns out to be. So with that, if you resonate with any of this, drop it in the chat. Let us know if that resonates with you or how it resonates with you. And I'm going to continue with the other four signs later on. I'm just gonna quickly read what is on the chat now. Tia, Starseed Journey. I didn't know I was a starseed, but I always knew I didn't belong on Earth, and I came from the stars as young as I remember. I just didn't share with anyone because that would be weird to people around us. I knew I came here for a mission, and I volunteered to join the mission to help change the world. I reincarnated to many star systems through my journey, so there is no one place, but I know my soul is in higher dimension than most. People tell me what they can see, but I think I choose not to know or see it, so I don't need to have those memories hold me back. But then I saw the word Starseed a couple of years ago, and I'm like, yep, that's me. I know, right? It is that moment of, yep, that's me. That is your Starseed Awakening moment. That said, it is an ongoing journey. And thank you so much, Thea, for sharing. That pretty much is very relevant to the first three signs that I was just sharing earlier. And you bring up such a great point, Thea, and the part where you were saying that I think I choose not to know, so I don't need to have those memories hold me back. That was very interesting because that I'm not saying that this is what you experienced here. All I'm saying is that that reminded me to my next point that want to come true is that we also have what we call, or rather what I call the starseed wounds, you know. And all it means is that it's just wounds that come from the absence of our star family. Now, that's not true. It's entirely not true because your star family always love you. But when I say the absence of your star family, it is just how you perceive it to be, meaning to say, because of everything I was saying, you feel like you don't belong, you're searching for your soul family, you are wanting to go home. So you feel like you are not loved, you feel like you're alone, you're isolated, or even you are abandoned. All of these are the starseed wounds I'm talking about, and that fear of being seen, fear of being heard, fear of being known, fear of being loved, fear of receiving support. All of those are part of the starseed wounds, and those are also the starseed wounds that I'm going to actually help you guys clear when you actually join my Starseed Awakening course. That is part of how I've designed it so that you can also clear of those wounds, so you can go ahead and remember your mission and your gifts and why you are here. And that brings me to the next point, which is the huge part of being a starseed is that the sign number 4 is that you know you are here on a bigger purpose and mission. That you might not know you come from a star yet, but you know there are more to life than just a 9 to 5. There are more to life than just sleeping, eating, and drinking, although those are beautiful. But you know you are here for a reason, for a purpose, on a mission, whatever that is. And you know that that has to be done. It's non-negotiable. It's not something that can wait. Like even if you don't know what it is, you're gonna be in a pursuit of it, if you may. You're gonna be the one searching for the answers for it, and you will constantly be drawn and led by your higher purpose and your higher vision. Or at least you're starting to learn how to. So that's a huge common sign of being a starseed too. And the fifth sign is you desire to be of service, which is pretty interrelated. So you know that you are very called to be of service, whether it is to the animals, like saving, so to speak, helping the planet, things like no plastic, save the turtle, or like just helping people in your daily life, that in whichever way you can be of service, you want to be a part of it. So that is number 5. And I'm just quickly running through due to time. And number 6, it will be you are very intuitive. And the 7 is you are an empath. So I didn't go through every single sign with full details because of the time that we are here, as I really want to focus more on the starseed journey later on, so you can actually have the experience of meeting your star family, which is way more powerful than just having the theory. But I just still want to share this as a basis of premise so we know what we are working on. Make sense? And I'm gonna kind of sum it up again. So the 7 common signs of being a starseed is, the first one is you feel like you don't belong. The second one, you are constantly searching for your soul family or home. Third one, you are very attracted to the astronomy or the astrology. The fourth one is you are led by your higher purpose. You know you are here for a mission. And the fifth one is you desire to be of service. And the sixth one is you are intuitive. And the 7 is you are empathetic. The last 2 is pretty self-explanatory as well. Now I'm curious to know, how many of these 7 signs do you resonate? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Drop it in the chat, in the comment, let us know. And chances are, if you're already here, you might be a starseed. Let me just put it out there for you as I share, and as well as Tia and Julie are gonna share. Is like, you won't even come to the session if you think this is nonsense, if you know what I mean. So let me see what Julia is saying. You telling your story reminded me of a memory I had forgotten about as a child. I was camping with my family and we went to the beach late one night and looked at the stars, and I remember not wanting to leave. It was so pretty and amazing moment. It felt deep and personal. Exactly, Julia. It is that, like you might think that who doesn't like the stars, right? Like it's pretty, so we like it. But the experience that I'm sharing, as well as what Julia is sharing, is not just about the stars being pretty. It is way deeper and way more personal and intimate. It is a soul connection. It's like, yes, visually they are beautiful, but it's way, 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 way more than that. So that pretty much is. Let me just read a few more comments and I'm gonna go into the meditation pretty soon. So 4 to 5 I resonate with. Cool. Glad that you resonate with all. And yeah, thanks for clarifying, Tia. I mean, I get what you're saying. That's That is another thing. But what I was telling is another thing. Like what I was sharing is more from Starseed wounds where I don't want to remember because I'm afraid to remember. That is different from remembering but not wanting to be harped on. So that's the thin line. But the Starseed wounds I was talking about is that fear of the unknown and fear of the past. Cool. So yeah, I pretty much covered how to know if you're Starseed and the common sense of being Starseed. And all of this I explore in a deeper detail as well in my Starseed Awakening on Demand course, which comes with a community. And I actually have a very special offer for all the Touch of Magic participants here that I'm going to share more later on. And what you're going to experience later on today, which is a meditation to connect with your star family, is also part of the Starseed Awakening course. So what you have today is basically a taste of the course as well as a portal to awakening your star seed. Like by meeting your star family, that's like the first step. And then after you meet your star family, you get to choose your next path. What's the next path? Like, do you want to continue working with your star family? Do you want to continue your starseed journey? Or maybe you think like, I don't give a, I don't care. It's not for me. Cool. But that whatever happened today serve as a portal for activation for your next path. Starseed or not, it's just for your next path. Now, if you resonate really deeply as a starseed, and even if you might have some resistance, like some of us here do, you're a starseed, but you don't want to know you're a starseed. But either way, if you feel called to the word Starseed and you feel a tug in your heart, then you are more than welcome to join the Starseed Awakening course where you get to actually remember why you are here and who you truly are and what you are here to do, remembering your personal divine mission and your collective mission. And you get to actually experience like Starseed activation, where I'm going to help you to activate your energy codes, remembering your gifts, activating your Starseed DNA. So you remember those wisdom that comes with you when you are born. Because when you are born in this lifetime, there is wisdom and gifts and energy being coded inside your DNA. So when you activate your DNA, it's like you are unlocking all this potential that is within you. And that's what we are going to do in the course. And as I was sharing earlier, we're going to also help you clear your starseed wounds so that you can move on. Now, I know that some people are like, oh, I don't have any wounds. But if you are on a journey of spiritual awakening, you know that it is not a one-way street. It is a spiral. So even if it's the same issue that you think you have worked it out, sometimes there are still leftover energy. So you can still be working through some of the starseed wounds that you might are not even aware that it is there. And that doesn't mean you have to stay stuck in that wounds. It's just acknowledging, understanding, clearing it so that you can move on and receiving those starseed activation. So that is all the magic that is awaiting you in the course. And for today, we are gonna lead you to a starseed activation journey to help you meet your star family. And this is also a personal journey where it got downloaded to me. So it was Lion Gate Portal last year. So Lion Gate Portal last year, and then coming to this year, I have this basically massive download. So every course that I've created comes from a divine download, and it comes through me first. Then I share it with others. So I've gone through every single activation that I shared, and I've worked with thousands of starseeds with that as well. And one of the most amazing story that I have heard is when one of my clients or students was sharing that in this very meditation that you're going to do next, she remembered her starseed name. And she has this name in her horizon for a long time. That means she has heard this name before, but she doesn't know what it means. So it's just like you receive a name, but you don't know the meaning for many, many years. And then suddenly she's like, oh my God, that is my starseed name. That's why I keep remembering this name. And that moment she remember her name, everything clicked, like she met her star family, her star mother, and she felt that deep, immense love that just totally bring her to this entire divine union and confirmation that she's on the right path, doing the right thing, which eventually in her case, she also remember her light language and start speaking and activating her light language and sharing with the world. So this is just one of the examples of the things people experience during this meditation. And another one was sharing how she felt this deep sense of profound of home, a feeling of home that she never felt. And your experience will entirely be unique to you. And just one last thing I want to share before we begin the journey is do not get caught up with knowing your starseed origin. That is a common trap I see. You don't have to know which star system you come from. You will know when you need to know at divine timing, and you might not ever need to know as well. Like just knowing that you come from a star is pretty cool. And that already opens up enough information for you to work with. Because sometimes you don't need to know all the information because it might be overwhelming for you. And it's like if you are already doing the right thing, you don't need extra information, right? You get what I mean? And you choose your soul journey. So it looks differently. Like some people can remember exactly what happened in their past life. Great. Some people don't. Great. So don't get hung up. But if you feel called to a specific origin, then just pay attention and see what the universe brings you. Some of the starseed origin are Sirius, Orion, Andromedan, Palladian, which is where I come from, Lemuria, also where I come from, Atlantis, and many, many more. So at this point, just right before we dive into the journey, if you have anything else you want to share, or if you have anything you want to clarify or ask, this is the perfect time so we can get out of our mind and really get into the journey. So, Julia, what if we are still not sure if we are starseed? Will the meditation bring clarity? Yes, if you allow it, Julia. So, this is it's funny you were asking me because I was just saying this is exactly what I was trying to explain that, like, yeah, don't get hung on the fact that where which origin you come from, but at the same time also then get hung up whether you are starseed. Like, you won't get it wrong. Like if you think you're a starseed, you're on the right path. If you think you're not a starseed, you are also on the right path. What is most important is, does this journey resonate with you? Is this journey something you want to walk on for now? It's not a forever thing. It's not like you're gonna stay stuck in this forever and it is a label I'm gonna carry and I'm gonna put it on my forehead and I'm gonna tell people I'm a starseed until I die. No, right? Maybe it is just tonight that you think that you want to have a starseed journey, or maybe this year, whichever. Like these are just like terms that will help you in your journey. Like there are moments I was working as part of awakening my inner witch, right? And there are part that I'm now working with awakening my inner starseed. So there's no one truth. They are all part of the bigger truth. So work with the truth that is being represented to you and work with what resonates with you, knowing that it's a cosmic playground. And I hope that answers you. Yeah, Lemuria is definitely one. You will remember, that's why it's called awakening. You're gonna awaken and gather the pieces. It's like, like you go on a backpack trip. Maybe not a backpack is heavy, but anyway, you go on a trip and then you are gathering the pieces that you need, and some of the pieces drop right in, some of it you might have to dig a little bit, but you're gonna get everything you need. Perfect time, perfect sequence, perfect order. Right. And that is exactly why I also created the Starseed Awakening course, Julia, as well as everyone else. It's exactly to help you to remember. Because there is nothing new that I'm sharing with you. Everything I share comes from source, which you have access to. However, whatever I've created is simply a portal for activation, for healing, for awakening, to share with you through different modality from EFT tapping to Akashic journey to light language, as well as others journey that I have in the course that is just going to help you support your journey from a different angle, from a mind, body, heart, and soul, a multi-dimensional approach. And you get to remember whatever you remember. And you can remember it not necessarily now too. It is like maybe later on, but it is still an important part of your journey because a seed was being planted. Remember at the beginning of my story, I was sharing how I heard someone telling me that they come from the star. So that was the first seed that was planted to me that I remember at least that got activated and blossomed into what it is today. But without that first seed, this session probably won't happen. Make sense? I can talk about this forever. So let's start the journey. It's going a bit longer than I planned to, but I trust in divine timing. So we are going to go into a starseed journey where you are going to be led to connect and meet your star family. So if you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes and place your hands on your heart. And starting to notice your incoming breath and outgoing breath again. Breathing in and out. Letting everything that is being shared earlier sink in for a few moments. Receiving what you need and release everything else. Breathing in one again, breathing in and out. And I let it go. Dropping into your heart space. Shifting your attention away from your mind and into your heart. Opening your heart and allowing your heart to be the portal for this activation. Imagine that there is a flower in the center of your heart. And this flower is starting to open up its petal, softening, blossoming, flowering, and letting these 10,000 petals of the heart opens up like that flower. Opening up your heart, opening up your aura, opening up your portal as we receive this activation. And start to find yourself being transported into this space where all you see is stars. It's almost like you're floating on space and being surrounded by a galaxy of stars all around you, above you. Nothing fancy, simply be transported right where you are. And you start to move around, maybe flying or walking around these stars or galaxy or planets. Feeling familiar? Or maybe not. Just playing in this cosmic star system. And then you start to see or notice that there is a beaming light in front of you. And that this beaming light is shining ever so brightly. And that is your star angel. And you start walking towards your star angel as your angel leads you to a portal, opening up this portal in front of you, welcoming you home. Are you ready to come home? And you said yes. And taking that brave step, you walk past this portal together with your guide. And you start to notice the surrounding that you are in. What do you see? Hear? How does your body feel? How is the air like? Maybe you might even notice your own form start to change. And your star angel leads you into a space where you see a throne. And you're gonna sit on this throne, knowing that you are now in a ceremony that transcends time and space, where instant healing, instant knowing, and activation is available right now. As you sit on this throne, you feel supported. You feel safe. You can now drop everything. Simply be here. And you may start to hear some songs or music in the background. And then in front of you appear your star mother. Whatever color or shape it takes form. And you meet heart to heart, eyes to eyes, soul to soul as she speaks to you. My My dear child, welcome home. And I love you so deeply. Have you felt my love? In those moments of struggling times when you feel like giving up and you found yourself picking yourself up and you wonder where does that extra strength come from? That comes from me, my love. I'm always by your side, watching over you, supporting you, holding you, embracing you with my light and with my love. And this is home. Home is where your heart is. And I'm always in your heart. And you might have 10,000 questions for me or not, but I will be happy to answer. So for the next few moments, ask your question or share whatever you want to share with your star mother. I'm going to be silent so you can ask and share and listen to what she has for you. Perhaps you see a vision, hear a word, or feel something, or just an intuitive knowing, or something that you have always known inside of you. Finishing up, anything else you want to say to your star mother? If any. Your star mother asks you, are you ready to awaken the starseed within you? And you said yes. What this means is you are ready to remember your starseed gifts, your divine mission and calling, and to fulfill your higher starseed vision in this lifetime. You have to activate your DNA and remember on a deep cellular level all the gifts, the wisdom, and whatever you need to know. To remember who you are and why you are here. There is no greater gift than that. The gift of soul remembrance journey is such a gift. Because when you are clear with this, you get to create and live a life so fulfilling. And I'm just gonna channel quick light language transmission to start to seal this practice and activation for you. Knowing that light language is meant to be felt from the heart, not from the mind. Isalata kia na lahia talakua la na ya ia raya. E alata ya kua na lahia salata ya kia la na. Ia tarangua la na. Ia la tata ua la da. Ia na la ua la sa. E ana la aya kaya taya kua la taya ia na la hea taya. Esa talakua na la i la tata kaya. E la ua la na ia na la kia la taya o la taya sa. E ana la ia saya taya kua la na hea taya. Ia la tia la na hia na la e la ua la kia la na hea la taya sa. Ia taya ka e la taya kaya na la ia. Ia na la ua na ia na e ana la ua na e asa la taya. Ia na la ua. E ana la ua. Ia na la ua. E ana wana ya e awa ya uala ya e asana uala ya. Iata ya kiala ya e ala ya uara ya e asa ya uala ya. Iara la uana la e asa la uana ya iaka ya uasa ya. Shushu shushu iala taya hiata yaka. Intuitively, you know that your journey is coming to an end. And you give your bow of gratitude towards your star mother. And you see your star mother fading into the background. And you start to stand up from the throne. And slowly walk back to where you come from as you see your star angel waiting for you. And giving thanks to this angel as this angel transport you right back into that starry night you were in earlier and all the way back almost instantly and gently back into the earth, feeling your feet on the ground, dropping this activation into every part of your body, seeing the golden light coming from the top of your soul star chakra all the way down into your heart, down into your feet and all the way down to the root of Mother Earth, activating your Soul Star Chakra and Earth Star Chakra, connecting them, embodying and integrating this activation into your full body human embodiment, knowing that you come from the star and you also belong on the earth. And that part of your journey is simply awakening to your wisdom from the star and to use it for the awakening of the humanity. There is no separation, there is only oneness. Starseed or not, it's just a name. It's how you feel and who you are. Trust in your inner knowing. If you know you come from a star, chances are you are. You don't need external confirmation or validation for that. It is in your trusting that you'll be led to your highest vision. Grounding into the present moment. Bring your attention back into your room, into where you are seated or lying down. I'm going to count from 1 to 5 as I bring you back into your body. 1, feeling the energy in your body. 2, taking one deep breath in and out. 3, start to wriggle your fingers and toes. 4, take a big stretch. 5, open your eyes, knowing when you open your eyes, you are in a new timeline. And so it is. At your own time and space, I welcome you to come back to the present moment. And you are welcome to share in the chat or in the comments for those watching replay on what's your experience meeting your star family. Do you have any insights, aha moment, or simply in one word, what is the energy you received today? Remember to drink lots of water, as that really helps to ground and move the energy in your body. Pay attention to your dreams tonight. There might be messages for you. Keep a journal as you write about your starseed journey if you want, to help you to just anchor it into the present moment. And this meditation is something that you get to do it again and again. Try to do it for the next 7 days, while you have the free access to this replay. Do it for 7 days every day. Do it as part of your practice and see where that leads you, because it's going to be different every time. You are gonna come into a deeper understanding and knowingness. And remember, at the beginning, I was sharing also about how I've created something really special for everyone here on Send Off, which is especially for this group. So you can have all the beautiful access to my Starseed Awakening course that comes with a community as well. And it's only at $33. So you can access all that via the link that will be sent together with the replay. And I'm also going to pop it down so that you have easy access to it. And as I was sharing earlier, in this course, you get to clear your starseed. So you're gonna get everything that you get today, but on a deeper level. So in the course itself, I will dive in on the how to know if you're starseed part in a more detailed way because of the time available in the course. So you're gonna have a deeper understanding on that. And then you will also receive the Starseed Family Meditation today as part of it. And the bonus, there is a bonus gift that usually I didn't include, and that is you also get a Starseed DNA activation that is part of the bonus gift. And you get to experience a multidimensional approach to help you clear your starseed wounds, activate your starseed codes, remembering your gifts, why you are here, who you are, and all those magics so you can get to fulfill your divine mission and higher starseed vision here. Now, Julia was sharing that the main energy that she come in, that she felt is supportive, and I feel a sense of confirmation around my purpose. Beautiful, 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 Julia. There's such a beautiful energy to be in, and it is an energy that is available to you anytime. You can use this meditation to help you remember this energy. Otherwise, it's already inside of you. You just have to call on, not even call on it, but like tap into it, like remembering it's already there. So with that, we have come to the end of today's session. And as usual, most of the time after a meditation, a lot of people are in this deep personal space. So I understand you prefer to be in your inner space rather than sharing. I honor that. And I invite you to share with me anytime you desire. So after this session, including those on replay, if there is anything you want to share about your journey today or anything specific you want to ask, you feel free to DM me on Instagram at Alice Hadi. The name is the same as my handle. And I'm more than happy to read all about your journey. I love hearing about your journey and your experience. And you're welcome to DM me anytime over there. And let me see what else. Syrian, you mean? Yeah, Palladian. Yeah, I love Palladian Star Mother's energy a lot for me. I mean, I love all Star Mothers, but oh, that's interesting. I was also connecting with a mermaid yesterday. Hmm, beautiful. I love that you get to have that deep personal conversation. And I understand that, like there is no expectation to this journey, meaning you might not see anything or even feel anything. And that's okay because there is still energy going on behind the scene. It is called energy activation for a reason. Yeah, it's just different word resonate to different people in a different way. There you go. All of us are experiencing similar thing. There was also actually the energy I was tuning into yesterday. I was in my personal meditation, I was feeling a lot of energy of the water, and then I saw this shape shifting mermaid. It was pretty cool. Yeah, underwater energy and mermaid energy like Lemuria, beautiful. So you guys, all of you, we are, speaking of Lemuria, just the other day I was having this conversation with this lady, and so it was the first time we met online. I was being interviewed for her podcast, and after the podcast conversation ended, she was saying like, "Oh my God, I felt like I've known you for a long time. Like the moment you hop on the call, I was like, oh my God, I know her, but I don't." And then as we were talking about Starseed activation as well, and I was talking about Lemuria and all of the other thing, and she was like, oh my God, that she had like these flashes of images that in her memory that we, as in me and her, used to be making dresses in Lemuria. And I was like, that is pretty cool. I don't know how to make dresses this lifetime, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably like the main dressmaker or something. And it was just a pretty cool thing, like, like she had that remembrance that we used to make dresses. And I was like, that is why we are here having this podcast conversation, right? Instead of making dresses, but it's kind of like, yeah, we had those lifetime together and we come back here. And again, if you remember this, it's like these are like I'll call it like the magic moment, like, oh, it's magical, and then you bask in that magic, but you don't expect it. You don't have to know that. You don't have to remember that. But if you do, it's like, oh, brownie points. Amazing, Dia. You're most welcome, Casey. Yeah. Awesome. So it feels like we are all complete. There are questions. There are no, I don't think there is any question, it seems. And it seems like everyone gets to share so far. And as I said, if for whatever reason you wish to share even after the session, you can always DM me on Instagram. And the details of the Starseed Awakening course is found in the chat here. And those in the replay, you can always see it when it was sent via email in the link together with the replay. And you can just DM me to ask more questions about it, if any. And with that, let's take one deep breath in and out to close the circle together. Breathing in, letting go. Releasing the circle, releasing the meditation, releasing all of our guides. Thank you to everyone here. Thank you to all our star family, angels, and guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. With that, I'm sending you lots of love and have an amazing night or day wherever you are listening to this. And know that pay attention to the signs and messages and synchronicity that comes even after this session, for the next 7 days or more. Just maybe keep a journal and keep coming back to this meditation and stay within this energy that you have just connected today, whether it is whether it is someone was saying the supportive energy, right? So like Julia, connect with this energy of being supported for the next 7 days and play around the energy of the underwater and the mermaid. Maybe go for a swim, embody it as much as you can. And here you have a multiple lifetime, so you choose which one you want to work on. so yeah, but my point is like just choose to have one or multiple if that feels, and bask in it. All right, thank you. Just let me see. There are a few last chats, so I just want to make sure like I read everything. You're welcome, everyone. You have a lovely, soft, graceful energy. Thanks for sharing that. You're welcome, Casey. I am Indonesian Chinese, Casey. So I came from Indonesia, but my ethnicity is Chinese. Okay, you're welcome. And thank you, everyone, too. Sending you much love. All right. Bye. See ya. Bye. Let me just